I'm sorry. I can't hear you over how much trash I am for 21 Pilots. It's fine. It's fine. Hey booktubers, it's the Hufflepuffle here, and welcome to my writing update, I guess. Yeah, so I'm writing a book. This is not new news. And I've been talking about NaNoWriMo on this channel for the past 3 years that I've had it. And none of those NaNoWriMos have been successful for me. I mean, I've written things, but I haven't reached that 50k word count. Now, I'm writing a different novel than any of those nano projects, and I've actually prepared myself enough for it that, like, I'm not getting stuck. I mean, optimistically, I'm still writing, like, the beginning stages of it, so I haven't exactly reached a point where I typically get stuck. But I feel really good about this novel because I have a lot more world building and a lot more background information and a lot more outlining that there's like no way I could possibly get stuck, because the other novels that I worked on, I was still working on the world building while I was trying to write them. So therefore I would get stuck because I was like, I can't write this part because I still don't know what I'm gonna do for the world or what I'm gonna do for this character's backstory, and this part won't make sense until I know that, blah 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 blah. But now I have done a shit ton of world building, so I'm gonna talk about it, okay? So first things first is this notebook, and I'm not gonna focus on the notebook so you can like look at all of my notes, because that's yeah. But I have a lot of pages of notes. And it's all world building. So I've been using this lovely notebook and world building the crap out of this novel for the past month. And it took me about a month to do all the world building. And I have 5 kingdoms. It's a fantasy. It's a pirate fantasy. And I have 5 kingdoms in it, and so I worked on culture, I worked on architecture and fashion, the creatures that live there, cuisine, backstories for all the characters, backstories for the pirate crews, backstories for all the creatures and the animals that live there. It's like a huge, big thing of world building. I did a lot of work on the laws of magic in this world because God knows I need to know that if the characters are going to be using magic. So it's, yeah, there's a lot of world building to be done when you're writing a pirate fantasy. And so that's what I've done. I've written a whole bunch of world building down in that notebook, so now when I'm writing, if I ever need information about the world, I just look at my notebook and it's all there. This is my MacBook Air. It's like a 2011 or something. It's fairly old, but it gets the job done. And I use this to write, and oh, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
And I use the Scrivener program to write. So if you look at a novel in Scrivener, there's the sidebar that has all of your different documents. So like a page of document, you can add it to the manuscript, and for me, each little page of document is a chapter. So I have 3 folders on my manuscript, part 1, part 2, and part 3 of the novel, and then each folder has the chapters from that part in it. And then if you look on each part, you can either look at it by looking at all of the words for the whole part in one progression, or you can look at the bulletin board section. And on the bulletin board section, it shows each chapter as a card on a bulletin board. And for me, I have the outline for that chapter on the card, and then I have a color-coded thing that means either completed, first draft, like in progress, first draft, or I still need to write this chapter. This book is very much a book of my heart, like a book of my childhood, but like in like super epic YA fashion. So I've always loved pirates. I always have had a huge fascination with pirates, and I think that's the reason I'm finding this so easy to write, because I just love pirates so much. So yeah, pirates. Go pirates. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I tweet about it a lot. So if you're not following me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. It's at the Hufflepuffle. It used to be without the E at the end, but now I added the E because the person who had stolen my name is no longer on Twitter, so I got the E on my name. Go follow me on there. I tweet about the novel a lot, so I tease certain things. I guess I can probably tease some things here, but yeah, so it's very diverse, which is really important. Yes, my work in progress has a gay/bi prince romance. It has a lesbian woman of color pirate captain who is the captain of an all-female pirate crew and is in a lovely relationship with her first mate who is bisexual, and they are OTP. Honestly, I love them. There's elemental magic, which is super cool, and there are assassins, pirate assassins. I've been saying I would pitch it as a cross between Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and like Merlin. So basically it's all my favorite things in one book, which makes it really fun. All the characters are super diverse. There's lots of colors and sexualities. It's super great. Mental illnesses, and all the things. A fair amount of characters, and 3 of them are bisexual, and I'm like, yeah, repping that own voices, because I want to talk about bisexuality in a non-toxic way in a book, because I'm sick and tired of seeing myself in negative bisexual tropes. Also, can we have more of saying the word bisexual in books, please and thank you? Like, everyone's like, oh, I liked this girl, but now I like this guy, I must be gay. And it's like, no, you're probably bi, I'd say. What do I listen to when I write is a good question a lot of people ask. Pirates of the Caribbean music. The soundtrack to Pirates of the Caribbean is pretty much all I ever listen to when I write this book, because it's it's a pirate book, so, I mean, honestly, like, I have a 10-hour loop of the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song that I listen to. You know, the yeah, see, I'm great. Let's start an a cappella group, guys. Yes, I'm like really happy about it. I'm really excited to finish it. So yeah, I'll be making more writing updates as my process goes along, so leave me comments and ask questions about my book down below, and I will do my best to answer them in the next installment of writing. I was inspired by Christine to do this from Poland Bananas Books, because she does like a series like about writing her book, and I was like, that's a cool idea, I should do something similar, so that's what I'm doing. Gonna talk about writing, because I love writing, and I've always talked about writing on this channel, but like, not enough. And now I'm like really writing, so I need to like really talk about it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just like turn to someone that's not there to ask if they know what I mean. I might just call it something dumb, like the writing diaries or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I know you're tired of hearing that. I'm tired of saying it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Have a wonderful out and stay alive.